To be honest, we're making steps forward, but we are.
Yeah, very warm welcome for the press conference of round one of the DTM 2024. DTM's anniversary season, 40th year of DTM. We have our three winning drivers here from today's race. Winner, Jack Aitken, Emil Frey Racing Ferrari. Second win for Jack in DTM. Then we have Riccardo Feller here, Abt Audi, and Mirko Bortolotti for SSR Lamborghini. Congrats, guys. That was a really nice start of the new DTM season. Jack, I think it was a quite exciting race, and I think you were quite busy on the radio during the full course yellow.
Yeah, to be honest, when they told me what had happened with Marco, I couldn't really believe, because he was even out of sight from me completely, so far ahead. I was like, it's a joke, or but no, it was a bit shocking, and then I was just trying to change the mindset of if I can do something on the restart to try and pass him, but no, he was showing a good pace and didn't make any mistakes, and I feel a bit sorry for him to have a problem in the last minutes like that, but I think we also did a good job from the start of the race in quali this morning, so yeah, happy to have another win.
Yeah, there was already a perfect morning with your second pole in DTM, and then after the start of the race, it looked quite very good for you. You were immediately able to build a small gap, so you were controlling that or just pushing?
I was trying to push to make a little bit of a gap for the pit stop sequence. And it was just a little bit every lap, and I saw these two guys were fighting behind me a little bit, which was helping my case. So yeah, when the pit stops came around, I was glad to have this little cushion, and you know, I was just trying to push the whole time to keep us out of trouble, let's say.
You were here quite quick last year, ended up on the podium on the Ferrari's DTM debut. So it seems 1 year development made it a little bit quicker already. So what's the secret of the Ferrari? Why is it going so strong here?
I think you're right that 1 year of development, we were already strong here last year, but we understand the car a lot better. So for sure it's not the same settings that we're running last year, but in the end, we have a lot of high-speed corners here, very fast and flowing. It's quite technical, and this is always suiting the Ferrari quite well. So, you know, we have to take these opportunities when they come, because not every circuit is suiting. So you have to make sure that when you can get the win in the pole and all of this, then you really get it. So I'm really satisfied and a bit relieved to bring it home.
Earlier this year, you told me when you came to DTM last year, it was not so easy to pronounce Oschersleben, coming from the UK, to even know these tracks. So is it now easier for you?
I mean, now I think I'm fluent, but maybe you guys disagree. I still need to work on German a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, after your maiden victory in DTM at Lausitzring, it seems Eastern Germany is a very good place for you.
It looks like, but I'm going to try to widen my horizons a little bit there.
Okay. Thank you, Jack. Coming to our second place driver, Mirko Bortolotti. Mirko, congrats. So I think it's quite hard to come second with a Lamborghini behind a Ferrari, but we heard earlier in the race from you on the radio there were some problems with the car. You were discussing with your engineer, so what was the issue then?
To be honest, we don't know yet what the issue was. I just had a drop of grips, and it felt like a mechanical issue. Something was going on with the rear. My steering wheel was not straight anymore in the middle of the straight, so it was, I think, 5 or 6 laps before the pit window opened, yeah, so basically we didn't know what it was. I saw that the tire pressure stayed stable, so that was a relief, because normally in those cases it takes a few corners and you have a puncture, if you really have a puncture, but it wasn't the case. So first of all, we survived. Second, we went for the safe you know, version of strategy in pitting straight away to make sure that really there's nothing wrong. On one hand, I think it was for sure the right call because, I mean, we are round one of the season. It's better to play it safe and make sure you finish the race rather than try to go for the optimum strategy and maybe have a puncture or something. And on the other side, looking at the result, obviously, as we could see, we lost the place to Ricciardo in that situation. And even though I was closing the gap because he was still on cold tires, in the meantime, other drivers pitted and I had to go through them as well. And that cost me a lot of time, which helped him bring his tires up to temperature. So the opportunity to get the place back was gone. And we had to stick for that position. And then obviously we've seen how quickly things can change in a race like that. Suddenly the situation was completely different. And I think in the end of the day, we took a great result, much more than what we thought midway through the race.
So Ricciardo was putting a lot of pressure on you. So we had that situation already a couple of times in the last year. So what were you thinking when you saw Ricciardo in the mirror? Oh no, not that guy again, or?
Well, it's never nice to have such a fast guy behind you because you know that it can happen anytime. But I think that the track once again helps on defending. And even though he was definitely faster, I could defend my position, park the bus once again, and keep the position in those circumstances. But then obviously they got us on the pit stop.
So Jack just told us there is a year of development in the Ferrari now. Also looking back to Oschersleben 12 months ago, it was a new Lamborghini car, Evo car, new team for you, new situation. So if you compare Oschersleben this year to Oschersleben last year, where are you standing now and how are you now prepared for the rest of the season? Because starting the season off with P2 is not so bad.
Yes, I think it's a great start. I mean, it's difficult to really compare to last year. You know, a lot of things change. The car gets a lot heavier and makes things a bit more difficult, but it's the way it is. And I think P2 is a great start to the season.
Okay, thank you, Mirko. Then moving on to our third place driver, Riccardo Feller. Your team, Up Sportsline, said in the build-up to the race, Oschersleben has always been nice to Up Sportline and successful. So now starting the season off with a podium in your new colors must feel really good.
Yeah, our old timer is still performing well, so I'm quite happy to start the season on P3. We have to say also that we were quite lucky with what happened to Marco, but we still take it, and it's good points for the championship already. And a good mood in the team.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on the situation? So what were your information then in the car when you suddenly dropped off the podium and then went back on the podium again?
Yeah, like Jack said, I couldn't understand it. Somehow I thought there must be an issue or a mistake or something. But then the guys told me that he was already in the pits when the Focus Yellow came out. So then it was clear that it was like legal and correct. And I was actually quite surprised from the pace he showed when he was leading the race. I think there would have been no chance to catch him. But luckily for our side, we could step on the podium because they had the issue.
And with Mirko then in front of you, it was really difficult or not possible to pass him?
No, I think it would have been super risky too. And like you said, it's the first race of the year. We have to play it also safe and take as many points as we can, even if it's a P4 in the end. So yeah, I saw that he was struggling a lot, but there was still no way to pass him safely on track.
Is Oschersleben a track which suits you or your style of driving? Because you have been quite quick here in Oschersleben with podium results in the past.
Yeah, it's for sure not my favorite track, to be honest, but it suits our car quite well. It's quite technical and it's good. I think there are some good medium to high-speed corners which are just good for our car. And but there's still some other tracks coming where we hopefully have a better chance.
Okay, then thank you very much. Are there any questions from the floor? No? Then thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and good luck for tomorrow.